Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called The Island That Spins. The island did not appear on any chart. Captain Elias Crow noticed that first. The parchment map spread across the crate in his cabin showed nothing but open sea where the island now rose, dark, hunched, and wrong, jutting from the fog like a rotten tooth. The compass needle refused to settle, twitching as if nervous. Land wasn't their last voyage, muttered first mate Rowan Hale, fingers tight around the railing. Crow didn't answer. He'd learned long ago that the sea chose when to reveal certain places. And when it did, there was always a price. They anchored just before dusk. The crew of the Black Wake numbered 12 hardened men, cutthroats, thieves, killers, but as they stared at the island, silence crept over them. The jungle was thick, black-leaved, tangled unnaturally tight. No birds, no insects, just a faint clicking sound, like fingernails tapping together far away. Crow ordered them ashore. They had treasure to hide. The chest was heavy with stolen gold, gems wrapped in cloth, coins stamped with kings long dead. It had cursed them since they took it, storms out of clear skies, men whispering in their sleep, shapes moving just beyond lantern light. Bury it, Crow said. Deep. We leave by morning. They hacked through vines with cutlasses, the jungle resisting every step. The clicking grew louder the farther inland they went. Jonah Briggs, the youngest crewman, swallowed hard. Cap'n, you hear that? Aye, Crow said. Keep moving. They reached a clearing where the ground dipped like a bowl. The soil was pale, almost ashen, and riddled with holes, dozens of them, round and deep, some wider than a man's chest. No webs. That bothered Crow most. Dig, he ordered. They barely got the chest halfway buried when the first scream came. Jonah vanished straight down. One moment he was there, shovel in hand. The next, the ground beneath him collapsed, swallowing him whole. His scream echoed from below, cut off abruptly by a wet, crunching sound that made several men retch. Then the ground moved. Something massive shifted beneath the soil. The holes began to widen. From the nearest one, a leg emerged, jointed, black, thick as a mast, ending in hooked points that tore into the earth. Then another. And another. The spider hauled itself free. It stood 8 feet tall, its body swollen and pale like it had never known sunlight. Its eyes, too many of them, glimmered dull white, blind yet unerringly fixed on the men. Then another spider emerged. Then another. The clicking became deafening. Run, Rowan shouted. They ran. Cutlasses slashed uselessly at air as spiders burst from the ground around them, legs puncturing tree trunks, bodies brushing branches aside like cobwebs. One grabbed Silas Webb, lifting him screaming into the air. His voice cut short as he was dragged backward, disappearing into a hole that snapped shut behind him. The jungle itself seemed to rearrange, paths folding in on themselves. Crow tripped, rolled, came up face to face with a spider crouched low, its mandibles opening slowly as if savoring the moment. He fired his pistol. The shot did nothing. The spider recoiled, not from pain, but from sound, then retreated, vanishing into the earth. Crow realized then. They were being herded. They reached the shoreline at full dark with only 6 men left. The boat was still there. That's when the webs appeared. Not draped between trees, but stretched across the beach, thick as rope, glistening faintly in the moonlight. One wrong step and Merrick Dunn was lifted off the ground, cocooned in seconds, his muffled screams vibrating through the strands. Rowan hacked at the web, but it closed behind his blade like living flesh. The spiders descended from the tree line, slow, deliberate, certain. Crow made a choice captains pray they never face. Back to the chest, he said. What? Rowan stared at him. They don't want us, Crow said grimly. They want what we brought. They ran inland again, following screams echoing from beneath the soil. At the clearing, the buried chest sat half exposed, unearthed by clawed legs. Spiders circled it, touching it with delicate precision, as if inspecting prey. Crow stepped forward. I'll give it back, he shouted, voice cracking. Take it. Let us go. The spiders stilled. The ground trembled. From the largest hole rose something worse. A spider far larger than the rest, its body scarred with old cuts, its abdomen swollen and pulsing. Strapped to its back, fused into hardened silk, were human remains. Skeletons, skulls, rusted blades. Offerings. The queen tilted her head. Then one of her legs crushed the chest flat. The gold spilled into the dirt. The spiders surged forward. Crow woke to sunlight. The beach was empty. No webs. No spiders. Just bones scattered half buried in sand. Only 3 men remained alive: Crow, Rowan, and Thomas Reed, who hadn't spoken since the night before. They fled the island without looking back. The island faded into fog. The sea calmed. Years later, a merchant vessel anchored at a newly discovered island. The crew found something strange in the jungle. A rusted tin can, nailed to a tree. Inside were coins, blackened with age. And beneath the soil, the clicking began again.